Hello out there, how y'all doing tonight? I'm going to be doing some painting. Switching it up, doing some painting. Couldn't really pull together a Among Us group, so painting it is. I get a chance to switch it up, relax, chill, and paint my little heart out tonight. So that is what I'm going to be up to. I hope y'all had a wonderful Friday. I'm just going to be listening to some stuff and doing my thing. But hope you enjoy your time here, and I hope you get to chill, relax, and enjoy your Friday night. Awesome. Oh my god, I've been muted. Mic is off. Hey, Jazzreed, thank you for the raid. Here's a shout out for Scorny and Haley. I can't believe I was muted the whole time. Well, I hope y'all are enjoying the music. Jazzreed, Springroll, Monster, Lucy, Lunar Spring, Sailor, Banana Bee, Zoe, and Las Bonita. Hello, and thank you for participating in that raid. Yeah, I forget a lot. But hello. Art's looking incredible. Thank you. This is an old piece that was, I felt like it was finished, but then I looked at it this year and was like, it's not finished. So I picked it back up. Thank you so much for the follow, Las Bonita. Thank you very much. What were you playing? Mario Kart 8. Nice. How did it go? Did you do like community night? Thank you, Sailor. Yeah, it's coming along. Y'all probably can't really see what I'm doing very, very well, but I'm just adding a lot of these little circles and squiggles that you see kind of on a larger scale. I'm adding them in a much smaller scale. And in different colors, so I'm kind of fading colors into each other a little bit. And it's got to go through the whole painting, so I've got like this whole section, this whole top corner to do over here. Started with some cozy Animal Crossing and with some cozy Toxic Mario Kart. Nice. Hey Margarine, you're not late. Welcome to the stream. Jazzy Raid, thank you so much for the love. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a follow as well. If you play Animal Crossing and you're chill, then I am there. I am so there. Followed. Let me make sure my sound is down so I don't get some echo effects. I'll have to check you out your town. I actually worked on my Animal Crossing town off stream today. I'm working on the community center for my animals, and I did the gymnasium for my community center today. Oh, you found me through Venus? Aw, thank you, Venus, for recommending me or spreading me around Twitch and telling people about me. I appreciate it. I'm a pretty low-key guy. I play a lot of Animal Crossing and Zelda, and I paint. Right now, I'm working on a Chrono Cross playthrough, which is an old PlayStation 1 JRPG, and I usually play Among Us on Friday nights, but I couldn't quite pull anything together tonight, so I was like, you know what? This wasn't my plan, but I have been neglecting my painting, so I'm gonna sit down and paint instead. Just put on a playlist and go into a zone. It is. It's related to Chrono Trigger. Yep. It is the sequel to Chrono Trigger. It came out, I think, in like 2000, 1999 or 2000. It's related to Chrono Trigger, but a lot of people don't consider it like a true sequel. It's kind of, I don't know. I think it's a game that's aged very well, other than like the visual aspect of it, because nothing on PlayStation 1 looks great. Banana Bee, thank you for the follow. Nothing on PlayStation 1 really looks great, right? But as far as like the mood and the vibe of the game, it is such a good game. I highly recommend it if you're into like JRPGs at all. You'd probably like it. It's turn-based. It's just different. It's structured different than a lot of them. Started playing Chrono Trigger, never finished it. Been thinking about streaming it. I like Chrono Trigger because JRPGs kind of get to me because sometimes they take too long to finish and I just check out before I finish them. I like Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross the most from the genre because they're shorter games. They don't require a huge time commitment, which I appreciate. As a kid or like a teenager, I would have been like, not as into it because I feel like I wasn't getting what I was paying for, but the actual game itself is really good. Turn-based is your jam. Turn-based is a lot more relaxing, I feel like. Mario Maker 2, yeah, I guess. Occasionally Mario Maker. I've kind of, I don't know. I ran out of ideas with Mario Maker, and I don't really know if I have another level in me. And I'm not really like great at it. Viewer levels would stress me beyond belief. There's no way I wouldn't finish like 90% of them. But I could try. Oop, too much water on the brush. Water alert. Finally finished your first week? Oh, that's right, Haley. So it went well, I presume, right? You're here, you're chilling, you're relaxed. You got the weekend off, right? Doing Monday through Friday gig. Yeah, I mean, a game like Animal Crossing is a time commitment, but it's a different kind, where it doesn't require, like you don't lose your place with Animal Crossing, you know? I feel like with story-based games, if you don't come back to it within a reasonable amount of time, the wind just leaves your sails and you're kind of like over it. Went really well, that's great. That's good to hear. Yeah, like if I don't come back to a game within 2 or 3 weeks, the chances of me picking it back up get smaller and smaller until it's like done. At least with those kind of games. Anyway, I'm listening to some music maybe I shouldn't be listening to, but we're taking chances. We're taking a chance. A lot of the music I listen to is a little more obscure. A lot of ambient music. Stuff that doesn't quite get DMCA'd. Not like, you know, major stuff. Though I should probably stop. Gonna drop a lurk and get some food. Enjoy the lurk and enjoy the food. Thank you again for the raid, Jazzery. I'll have to check you out sometimes. Sometime in the not so distant future, you might see me lurking in your channel. I'm Much more, well, I can't say I'm not a chatter because I do chat sometimes, but in general, I would consider myself in other people's channels more of a lurker. You know? So I love lurkers. I think lurking is underrated, and lurkers deserve love. Though I do like to participate in raids and stuff. Sometimes raids will be like one of the only things I'll say in someone's channel. I'm just like, I'll raid and then chill. But enjoy your, I'm assuming it's dinner time for you, so enjoy your dinner. I hope it's delicious and everything you want it to be. Thank you again. All right, so we went to blue. Let's go to red. I want to go blue to red. I guess I'd go back to a little bit of purple. Just a smidge. Throw in some purple. I can kind of space it out here because a little bit of the background's coming through. Yeah, I saw you join Hostage's server for a bit. I hope you did not kill anyone. Were you nice? Tell me you were nice. You better have been nice. Don't kill. Not in survival Minecraft. Don't be a troll. I'm sure you were very respectful when it came down to it. I believe. Especially on like the first night. You gotta be good. All right, and then we'll switch to some red. Feeling a little red section. Gonna be nice. Then we'll phase into some orange. Yellow honestly doesn't show up very well, so I haven't really been putting a lot of yellow in here, but I might put in a little bit of yellow. You killed Gator. How could you? You deserved it. Killing people. I can't believe it. Unbelievable. Did they ban you? That's your first strike, you know. If you'll notice, I do have some details down in here. Like this little circle is Kurt. I kind of want to do another design inside a circle, but I'm not sure what to do. I've been keeping most of them pretty low-key and basic. Let's put a little more white in here. I mean, Minecraft is a very slow-paced game. You gotta get into a bed, though. Get into that bed. Get to bed. You noticed Kurt? Oh my god. My emotes are actually Kurt, because Kurt's like my favorite Animal Crossing villager. He was my favorite in New Leaf, and he'll always have a special place. But my emotes are actually Kurt. They're so cute. I love them all. Oh. Here, I'll post them. Some of them are bit emotes, some of them are tier 2 and 3, but they're just so cute. I love them so much. I think I like him too because he's kind of obscure. He's not like the most sought after Animal Crossing villager, you know? He's kind of low key. In New Horizons, his house is like he lives under an underpass. And since he's got the bandage, I've made up this whole lore where he's he's like lost and confused. He doesn't know how he got there. He talks about how he's confused a bunch. I think he's got like a low form of amnesia. Aren't hostages emotes are precious. They're so cute. Anyway, my plan with this painting stream is obviously I will not keep the VOD on Twitch. It'll go onto YouTube basically right away, but I'll delete it from Twitch pretty much right after the stream goes off. I'll have to upload it there and then call it a day. Even though I've heard that apparently VODs on Twitch are still like accessible to the public even after they're deleted because of something like the way Twitch implements their VOD system or something. They're like on a server still accessible if you know how to access it. Apparently each user has like a number code. Barrel eye hunting, tonight's the night. Tonight's the night you'll find it. I feel it. This is gonna be the one. So you're in lockdown for 28 days there. I mean, that's kind of a good thing, right? Does that mean you still gotta work though, right? I mean, I guess your job's not gonna lock down because is that essential? I guess it kind of is. I don't know. I know you're not in America, so I don't know like what the guidelines are there. But that's a good thing, honestly. It's a good thing. Safety is key. The welfare of the people. Alright, so we gotta do some more little white bits around here. Coming off the frame, coming off this little guy. Oh. You'll be working unless they tell you something. Did they just implement that today, Haley? Is that like fresh off the presses news? Like as of tonight after you got off work kind of thing? Continue the red. We'll do like a red dot here, tiny little red circle, do a slightly bigger one and a dot. I'm really trying to be faster tonight because I get so slow with this kind of stuff and the details swallow me up. News plays all the time in the lunch break room. Oh, your prime minister said so during your lunch break? Well, I guess time will tell, right? If you're going in next week. I'm assuming employers will have to notify their employees basically as soon as possible. Oh my god, there's so much water on my brush. Problem with using this teeny tiny brush constantly is I'm forever having to clean it and dry it. I'll probably have to clean and dry my brush a couple thousand times tonight. Actually, I need to do some more white little bits off of this. Forgot. Let's do a squiggle. I gotta remember to do squiggles. I get so caught up in the circles that I forget about the squiggles. Alright, I'll do a little dot there, do some tapered stuff out in the distance. Yeah, that looks good. Oh. So the music I'm playing tonight is all like songs that I've put on playlists this year. I just took like the whole year's playlists, shoved them in a bigger playlist and hit shuffle. So you'll be hearing a lot of the same kind of stuff probably. I just got to make sure some of the more well-known popular stuff gets kind of removed and stuff that I know that gets flagged. You know, I've been doing these circles and squiggles on so many of my paintings for the past few years. I'm just like, I can't stop myself. I enjoy it, but it also like is just a lot of busy work. Like you and Hostage have similar voices. You just have a higher voice, he has a deeper. Yeah, his voice is a lot deeper. Mine's a little more like nasal. I'm more on the nasal end of the spectrum, I feel like. Put a little X in that circle. Like a squiggle out in the distance. The good thing with these little circles and stuff too is it's like really hard to mess them up. Like I can always kind of reincorporate them back into the background or go over them if I'm not happy with it. It's like a bunch of little simple things that add up and look a little like way more busy and complex than they actually are. It's like eye candy, I feel like. Just gives the painting a little more texture. Whoops. Let's put a circle there.
Sometimes it's all too much for me to hide. When everything gets twisted,
You're gaining more muscle from working. Awesome.
and I wish that you were there.
You know, I joined the gym, and now I'm kind of like not sure if I should go. I know I'm pretty sure I said this last night, but cases are really spiking, so I'm like super nervous about it. So I don't think I'm going to be going. I really wanted to join a 24-hour gym, but the price was just absurd. There was no way I could justify spending that much, especially when I'm like unemployed right now. Well, that's awesome. You're gaining muscle. Using muscles. Getting strong. Yeah, I'm sure all that lifting all day. I bet you were sore after the first, like, couple days. Your legs and feet that hurt from the safety shoes? They make you wear safety shoes? Or you just had to, like, get some for your feet? What are safety shoes? Like boots? Oh, steel toe shoes. Yeah, I can see how those might hurt your feet after a while. Doesn't sound comfortable. I wish I didn't have to cover this part up. But I have to. Eventually I'm gonna have to work on that part. I guess I'll have to do it off stream. That's really good, Haley. You get to use your money on your own stuff. Don't have to rely on your parents as much. All around a good thing. Only we didn't have to equate money to personal freedom and independence. Maybe one day, in a post-capitalist society. Probably, well, like hundreds of years down the road, when all of us are long gone, and generations from now have figured it out. Do you need a hard hat too? That's a good question. I mean, there could be falling stuff, yeah. Oh, you're fine, Haley. Yeah, it's fine. I usually check IG stories like around when I wake up. So I mean, if I didn't want to watch it, I would just skip it. If I'm being honest. Honestly, I don't post much stuff on mine because my life is just so monotonous. It's like the same day over and over. We're living in Groundhog's Day over here. Yeah, so it is clear this is on like a transparent Yupo paper. So what you're seeing in that area is the painting that I actually did on the back, which is like this rainbow thing, but it's muted since it's being seen through the translucent paper. But yeah, like her hair is also that with a little bit of white over it. This little area is the same. Yeah. The back of it is actually like a tree painting. I did a white tree, and then I liked it, but I just kind of didn't love it. So it is it's called Yupo paper. It is very like Mylar. It's a plastic paper, synthetic plastic paper, but it's a little more toothy than Mylar. You can actually like do pencil drawings on it, and it has a bit of like a slight bit of roughness to it. It's not like a sandpapery roughness. It's still very, in general, very smooth, but it just holds material a little bit better than something like Mylar. In love with Dan Levy. Dan Levy's, yeah. He's a good, positive celebrity figure. I try not to put too much stock in celebrities in general, but he is very wholesome. And Schitt's Creek was, I mean, a really very cute show. I enjoyed it thoroughly. You haven't painted since you had to take painting classes in undergrad? Painting is, I'm not like a good technical painter. I mean, I know like some techniques, but in general, I just kind of do my own thing, you know? I don't really follow a lot of my stuff's very kind of like linear based, you know? So it's not like I'm not doing shading very much. I'm not using certain brushes to get certain effects for like vegetation. I just kind of follow my own thing. But I mean, the painting class I took in undergrad, it was definitely helpful in like understanding the medium a lot more. But I kind of took a lot of that and was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do my own thing. I just don't have much interest in doing something like a still life or a basic landscape. So I kind of, if I'm gonna do something like a portrait or a human figure like this, I'm just gonna crank the dial on it and just make it a little more trippy and I don't know,
I am so happy.
colorful,
Great I am.
kind of graphic, I guess, more toonish. Oh, Dan Levy used to come into a bar you were. He seems like he's genuinely a nice, like, well-mannered, well-adjusted person. Like it just doesn't seem like he was raised like an upper class, rich, snobby type of person. And honestly,
I am
that is
so
just
happy.
refreshing in celebritydom in the 21st century. But thank you, Scorny. I appreciate the encouragement. I enjoy my stuff. I mean, if I didn't like doing it, I would just there are a few paintings that I have just like sitting around that I've all but abandoned, I guess, you know?
So happy. How great I am.
If I'm really not feeling it, I basically set it aside and just forget about it. There's a few paintings I have like that, but it's not that I wasn't like totally feeling them. I just like didn't have the vision and wasn't sure I could pull off the vision if I did have it. So they kind of just sat there and languished for years. This is one that I thought was finished, and then I looked at it again this year and I was like, you know, it looks sloppy. It looks like it needs that extra push. And so I was like, I can do the extra push. I feel like now I'm ready to devote like 20 more hours to this painting or whatever, you know. Hey, Alex, thank you for the smoke-free encouragement. The other best celeb that came in was Claire Danes. Claire Danes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to picture her, but some celebrities I get a visual on right away, some I have to think for a sec. Celebritydom's such a weird concept. It really kind of blows my mind that we put so much like stock into it. Like they really are just like other human beings, you know? They just picked a certain occupation essentially or had different aspirations. And so they're hoisted into this like completely different lifestyle and class and just really strange. And I feel like, I mean, I guess it's been like that for a very long time, basically since the dawn of the modern television age, which I would say is probably like, I mean, I guess there was celebritydom in like the 50s and 60s, but I feel like it really took off with like musical stars and TV and movie stars in like the 70s is when like all that culture kind of shifted into kicked into overdrive. Based on the media I've consumed, that seemed to be the tipping point for like true celebrity worship type stuff. Most have such strange ego inflation, they become different people. It would be almost traumatic. I mean, it has to do with money, right? Because it's not something that's specific to celebrities, you know? It's something that's specific to people with large sums of money. What is going on? I feel like I'm getting some... Oh, there's a bug. Like a little gnat on the painting. I kept seeing something in the painting like move. I think that's like a correlation with money, because when you're rich, you have people do... They basically like... You hand the reins of your life over to like a team of people. And so the money gives you the say, the final say, which then gives you the ego. But the celebritydom has the added element of like cameras and adoration and attention that maybe like just a normal like business person, leader of a company, stock investor maybe wouldn't get, you know? So there's like that extra weird twist to it. It's that like voyeuristic element that I think it like people are extremely curious about. So that gives them like that. It just takes them like even a step further than just like being rich. Yeah, the inability to have normal interactions. Yeah, like you can't just go to the grocery store because there's people following you and shit. People like looking at you like a zoo exhibit type shit. It's crazy. I would not have the mental fortitude for something like that. I would 100% have a mental breakdown if I was subjected to that kind of like scrutiny. Which is why, like, when celebrities have those moments, I'm like, I mean, okay, they're human. Like, that doesn't really affect my opinion at all. All it does to me is it has the effect of, like, humanizing them. Giving them, like, more sympathy. Alright, I've done a lot of white. I need to get back to some color, but I was kind of on a roll with this, so I wanted to kind of run with it while I could. My paint's starting to thicken up, I can tell, because my lines are getting thicker too. Let's do like a big circle. We'll make it a little smiley face. 1, 2, 3. But I think most celebrities also are like, at least a good chunk of them have to be like extreme extroverts. Like when I hear of like a secluded or an introverted celebrity, it just kind of blows my mind that they could even function. All right, Haley, enjoy the Minecraft. Be nice. Remember to be nice. Hop in that bed when it's nighttime. Make you craft you a bed and have it at the ready. That's my advice. I haven't played Minecraft in forever. I thought about setting up a Minecraft server, but, you know, would anyone even use it? I'm not sure. I honestly haven't played Minecraft since like 2012. It's like a completely different game now. I don't know if I could go back. But it does have an like the community with that game is like infinite. Kind of crazy. Yeah, well, I had 4 people who normally play basically deconfirm. So I was like, if I can't get the 4 like regulars in, then it's gonna be really difficult to get like others in. But sometimes with Among Us, like people see me doing it, like you said, just show up, see me doing it, and then want to hop in. So it's kind of like a play by ear thing. But yeah, having definite confirmations makes me more likely to do it. Like a couple people from the board showed up last time. Like Iambic and Surly, I think, popped in last week, which was random and welcomed. But, you know, I mean, they got their own game, their own thing going on, so I like to think consistency is key, but sometimes, you know, some weeks it's just not in the cards, which is fine, you know. I always got other things on my plate I can kind of pivot to. I've been meaning to, like, work on my painting, so it was kind of not really even a bad thing for me that I skipped it tonight, to be honest. Can't wait for turkey next week, right? I don't know if we're gonna do anything. My husband wants to do like a little casserole, and he'll probably make like a little jambalaya or something. I'm gonna surprise him with just some nice like treats, because it's also our like first date anniversary. November 26th, 2012 was the day we first met in person on our very first date. Be going to bed before 2, I know, right? That is the other thing about Among Us, is it pulls me in and it keeps me, I mean, I've been staying up consistently past 2 a.m. recently anyway, but at some point it's gonna have to change. I don't know when, but eventually I won't have a choice. It's just so hard to pull yourself away. It's one of those games where you're like, I just want to get one more game as imposter. I just want one more imposter game. And then you end up playing like 15 more rounds because you never got imposter. And then you're like, well, shit. It's an extra like 2 hours of my life. Alright, we're gonna fade this into orange. And the rounds are like just long enough to where they don't feel like a huge thing, you know? Like each round is usually about 5 to 7-ish minutes. I kind of want to wait until they like release a new map, which I think is gonna happen somewhat soon. They made some sort of Twitter post saying we're gonna learn about something in like December 10th, which is a couple weeks away. And they posted like a preview picture of the new map. or portion of the new map. Yeah, if you're the first victim, you definitely feel like a little shafted and want to go again. For sure. Alright, we're gonna do some orange. Oh, I need to remember not to just slap my wrist down on that stuff. It's still a little bit wet. This is the first time I've used orange tonight. I feel like I'm going really slow again, which I'm pretty sure I am. But the fact that I've gotten almost this whole top portion of the painting done is nice. This section might take a hot minute. It's already like, I started late, so I'm gonna try and at least wrap up by like 1:30 or 2, but actually at least by 2. I'm gonna try and really not go until 2. For my own sake. And for everyone else's. This music's nice. This is Juliana Barwick. From her new album, which is this is the title track. Healing is a Miracle. I think this command is working. You can also see it in like the top right corner of the stream, but I don't know if you're watching it on like a small device. But if you do !song and it's been playing for a minute, it should tell you the name of the song. Which just reminds me I need to go back through and delete my duplicate Scrabbles. I never did that last week. I don't wanna. I hate it. Juliana Barwick is the shit. She is so good. I recommend her to absolutely everyone, even though she is not everyone's bag. The music is like otherworldly relaxing. It puts me in such a good mood just to hear it. Like, it's like spirit lifting music. And all of her music has that similar vibe. It's that kind of like secular sounding, choral, ambient, just really beautiful stuff. Yeah, Joyful Grouper is kind of a good way to boil it down, for sure. That kind of droney, ambient, but with like a softer, brighter touch. It's like if Grouper is like nighttime, like midnight, Juliana Barwick would be like afternoon, twilight. It would be like sunny daytime ambient. Basic, all of her albums are good. It's hard for me to recommend just one. I think my favorite is Nepenthe. Or Nepenthe, I don't know how you really say it. I should look up the phonetic way to say it, but it's really good. Hey, Kirsty. How's it going? No Among Us tonight? I decided since a lot of people couldn't do it, I was just gonna paint instead. I'm just doing my thing. Grouper's a dark church, Juliana Barwick is a sunroom. Yeah. It's going well, nice. How's D&D? You slaying the beasts? About to fight a beholder. Oh shit.
You know the thing about us. Yeah, the thing about us. Would you wanna fly up, be the pilot? Yeah, we could glide on through. You know the thing about us. Yeah, the thing about us. Would you wanna fly up and surrender? Yeah, we could land it too.
Beholder sounds scary. Ooh, I need more orange.
If you want this too, I do. If you want this too, I do.
Honestly, it was kind of hard to fill Among Us weeks the past 2 times we did it, so it's probably good. Maybe like a week or 2 off from Among Us. Also, I played Among Us with Zeb's stream this week, so I'm not like super jonesing for it like I usually am on Friday nights. I had my fix already this week. Alright, I'm gonna shift over to green. Do some like lime, and then shift to some dark green and teal. I'm gonna make sure I get rid of some songs here. Let's see. Yeah, I've been on the board since like 2004, but I mean, I only have like 3,000 posts overall. Well, I mean, I guess the board was recreated in 2009, but I've only had like 3,000 posts since then, and a lot of them are in like very specific video game threads. So I don't venture out of like my little bubble very much on there. And I'm like much more of a lurker there, other than my general interest threads, video game threads, and things like that. I've been around there a while. I originally came from a Radiohead board. I was on a Radiohead message board in high school. Can't believe it was that long ago. But it was. I've been nerding out on message boards for a long time. Yeah, I mean, I read a lot of the threads, but I don't really post in them. Sometimes I feel like, there's not really much of a need for me to just add to the echo chamber, because a lot of the stuff I was gonna say is essentially has been posted by someone by the time I get to a thread anyway. But I've always been that kind of like, I've always been a little socially standoffish, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, I find it hard to ingratiate myself in a social setting. So I just kind of keep it pretty low key. Which it's interesting. I always find it interesting that I'm like more comfortable streaming than I am like posting text, doing social media, but it's the truth. But when I did make lots of earnest posts on there, they were always like TLDRs, like huge massive walls of text that probably like most people just didn't even bother reading in the first place. I have a tendency to like go off on tangents and be stupidly over detailed with stuff, which I'm really self-conscious about when I'm posting. So a lot of times I'll just like write something and they're like, I don't need to submit that, and then I just close the page. This little area is really, I don't know what I was doing here. Kind of a mess. What was it? Hot chocolate, high velocity? It's probably entropy. If you were there in 2011, it was entropy. I can almost guarantee it. I feel like every online community is a very weird place to spend time, but you could be doing worse things with your time. Like, I know it does kind of create like anxiety and I don't know. But I don't know. I always feel like when I'm just reading tons of stuff on the internet or whatever, like there's always that feeling of I could be doing something more productive, but I feel like I'm like that when I'm doing almost anything that's not like this. It's like a symptom of us wanting to like commodify ourselves. I feel like it's a symptom of capitalism, of just like this constant struggle of feeling not like never at ease or rested. There's like no relaxation. Like I think it's okay. It's okay to relax. Those moments shouldn't be taken for granted. Ooh, let me check out this beholder. I was like, I'm not sure. I've never really played D&D. Ooh, that looks like the thing from Doom. I look at that and I see Doom. Doom creature. Doom vibes. Pretty scary looking. Yeah, it's like, I mean, I'm doing this painting for my own personal fulfillment and enjoyment, but there is always that thought of like, what could I sell this for? You know? I feel like, I mean, art is an industry, but there's just too much pressure on that kind of shit. There's something to be said for relaxation and leisure and just a general, the way it just adds to happiness. I just wish I was able to do it without feeling that like weird pang of existential like guilt. But yeah, it is what it is. I try not to overthink it, but I'm a classic overthinker. %. That is me. Got a pottery wheel, and then your wife got into the idea of selling things if I made them. Just sort of ruined it. Yeah, like the pressure and the expectation. Like, I think it's okay to do like a commission. You know, like the last painting I did was a commission, and I actually really enjoyed it. Even though it normally, like, I wouldn't do a cityscape kind of thing, but it kind of conformed to the things that I usually do in my painting, and I kind of like twisted it into my own little thing a little bit. So it didn't really bother me, but I don't know. I feel like art generally shouldn't be made with the expectation of selling, but I guess that's why I'm just sitting here painting on Twitch and not like out there painting 5 days a week and selling my brand or whatever. Those eyes shoot bad things at people. One time made my character so stupid she didn't know how to use, what was it? Bow or spells. Confuses you. You have a BFA in performance art? Nice. That's awesome. I mean, I feel like succeeding in like the art world is all about networking. It's much more a social job than it is like, I shouldn't say like than it is a technical display of skill, because obviously people who are really skilled, I mean, I don't know. It's just, that's painting with a broad brush, I guess, but it definitely like opens doors for you that aren't necessarily open to everyone with the same set of skills, you know? Someone who's more self-taught is probably gonna have a harder time like finding a place to exhibit their work or have like a show or an exhibition or gain a following, and you know. That's why it's like college is about like building the social network, you know? And that's something I kind of realized when I was in it. Like, okay, it's not really about like, I mean, it is about learning the skills, of course, but the bigger part of it truly is like using that paid network that you're afforded, like that you're given essentially when you enroll. Like finding people that are going to be in your field, you know, getting to know the people in your classes so that, and maintaining those relationships so you can use them later in life. And I don't know. I'm just an introvert, so I never did that. But my degree was also in like art education, so it wasn't as much a degree that relied on that. Education in general is kind of like a eventually you'll land somewhere kind of gig, I guess. But I never my student teaching experience was kind of whack. And then I did substitute teaching, hated it. I also graduated like in 2010, which was like in the recession. So it was just a rough time. And then I never really wanted to go back to it, so I fell into retail. Of my own choice, essentially. Alright, we did green. Go back to blue, I guess. We'll do blue. Do teal. Teal and then blue. Yeah, when I finished my degree, I like went to look for art teacher jobs in Charlotte and like surrounding counties, and they were at the point where they were like laying off a lot of teachers at that point in time, and a lot of the art teacher jobs were like traveling school to school, part-time, no benefits. I was like, oh my god. So I did substituting, and then just decided like just didn't really like it. And then I found the pottery place and was like, you know, this is kind of a fun job. But over time, retail's just worn me down, man. But the good thing about retail is I was an extremely introverted person when I finished college. Like, I had maybe 6 or 7 friends throughout all of college. I never really went out. I didn't go to like parties or bars except for maybe a handful of times. And working retail has definitely like helped my social skills. So it's not like it was for nothing, you know. I definitely like understand more how to talk to people and just kind of work that a little more, I guess. So like even, you know, even jobs like that have their benefits. It's just the pay is so bad. Yeah, there was no way I was going to be like a traveling art teacher, like going to like 3 different schools a week. It was, yeah. I was like, nope. Just not for me. And now at this point, I think my license is like expired. So I'd have to like, I mean, I'm sure I could repass a freaking test, you know? I have no doubt about that, but I'm just not really into it. And that's okay. Can you represent the lack of people who want to? I know, right? Nobody wanted to play. Scorny wanted to play. I pinged everybody. I pinged everyone. I did 2 Among Us pings. By the way, I hope those aren't annoying. Those are like my, hey, if you want to. I still want to do. I still haven't been able to do like an all border game. Like, Can always has to bring in a few friends because we can never quite meet the quota of 10. I still would like to do like an all opinion game. Haven't been able to pull it off yet. One day. I don't know, I think the game's window of relevance is quickly closing. I give it like maybe 3 or 4 more months before people are kind of over it. How you doing though? Banquo. Just in case you want to know, Scorny, that is border Banquo. How you doing, Banquo? Playing with y'all on election night was great. I had a blast. Oop, too much water. I love that people who know each other in real life are way less trusting of each other in the game. Yeah, but I mean, even in Canada, like, can you escape American politics on election night? I would assume, like, during this election cycle, probably it was impossible. The whole fucking world was watching, and it still is, because it's a fucking nightmare. Yeah, I was on every channel. Every fucking channel on the planet. I just can't wait. It's like so oversaturated with Trump that I just want like 3 days in a row where I don't have to think his stupid fucking name. But I know that like it's so lucrative for media to cover it that it's like there's no way they're gonna give up that fucking. There's no way. There's no way. They're gonna be slamming that dude into the fucking ground until he's dead, basically. And they should, because he sucks. I mean, I'll still follow politics, because I feel like I'm at that age where if I'm not following politics, I'm like basically a problem, you know? Like not contributing to the solution type shit. But it's exhausting. January 20th, please. Yeah. I mean, the man couldn't win gracefully. I don't know why people thought he was going to concede and lose gracefully. I mean, come the fuck on. It was never going to happen. Hey Alex, did you catch the barrel eye yet? You still fishing over there? Still looking for the big fish. All right, blue. Good with the blue. Feels like I've done nothing, but I have done something. That's just my brain talking. Let's see. Yes. Switch over to purple. Haven't even bought the new hairstyles. Hey, iBasley. Oh my god. Oh. Thank you. I appreciate the love. That's very sweet. I'll take it. Oh man. Yeah, it's coming along. Getting there. This is such an old piece. I have a male version of this painting too, but it's like extremely big. I don't know when I will finish that one, honestly. I can't even show it because I'd have to like pull it. It's like 4 feet tall. This one it's just like taped to the table. It's maybe like 18 inches tall, if that. No, maybe like 14. It's not very big. But the other one, I don't know what I was thinking when I started that. Why I wanted to make it on such a big canvas. But, and the problem is I'll do the same kind of detail over the entire thing of that. So that one's gonna be, it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big time sink. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I was gonna play Among Us, but couldn't quite pull a group of 10 together, so I pivoted and did painting instead. Which is good, because I've been neglecting my painting. So it worked out. I'm having a nice chill night. I'm trying to get to bed at a reasonable hour, of course. Will it happen? Time will tell. How are you doing tonight? How was your day? Did you have to work today? Yeah, my day was good. My night was good. I just took it very easy. It was a very low-key day, but honestly, all my days have been extremely low-key since September. Oh, you didn't work today. Slept in late. When I got Chinese takeout, oh my god. Chinese takeout is my fucking favorite. Chinese food, Thai food, Vietnamese food. I could literally eat that basically every day. Been playing Animal Crossing all night. Nice. I did work on my my community center a little more off stream today, and I created the gymnasium for my community center, which I should have. I probably should have made that on stream, but I didn't. I just did it off stream. Did have a stream planned, moved it to tomorrow. Every day this week has been like work all day, stream all night. Yeah, I mean, you know, give yourself a break, chill out, relax. Streaming, I don't know. I try to, like, this is what I would be doing with my time anyway. So the way I view it is if I wasn't streaming and kind of sticking to the task at hand, I would like paint for 10 minutes and then doom scroll for 30 minutes, or play Animal Crossing for a hot minute and then get bored and switch like 10 to 10 different games. So this like helps me focus a little bit more, which it's been helpful, but I mean, this is my leisure activity. But it also keeps me up really late and fucks up my sleep really bad. I slept really late today too. It's like I woke up, I slept for like 9.5 hours and woke up and was still like I slept until like it was like 11:30. No, because I stayed up late. No, it was later than that. It was like 12:30. It was bad. I usually force myself to get up at like by 10 most days, even if I'm just gonna like sit there for a little bit. Did you are you saving Hyrule Warriors for streaming? Have you been playing that? I didn't get to stick around and watch a ton of it last night after I raided, but I stuck around for probably like 20 minutes or so. It looks really, I don't know, like it's not my kind of game, but I heard mixed reviews on it and it looked better than the reviews gave it credit for. It looks very cute. Like the theming goes a long way with me. The aesthetics of a game and the mood of a game really go a long way with me. At least the main story, you have so much to do in Animal Crossing anyway. Think you can manage that. Nice. I think I'm gonna do some purple up in the corner. Shift it to red. I like to play Animal Crossing when I'm sitting on the couch with my husband. He watches a lot of YouTubes and he'll like fall into a YouTube hole. And I'll just pull out the Switch and start playing Animal Crossing. Because sometimes his YouTube holes, he watches a lot of like aquarium videos and he watches a lot of political stuff. And like gardening videos and things like that. He's really into that kind of stuff. So he watches his hobby videos and I play my game. But I'm really at that point with my Animal Crossing town where I want to like because I've been neglecting doing the interiors of these buildings for literally like 3 or 4 months. Like I've had my town essentially laid out and planned since like June or July, something like that. And I just did not want to do the interiors of the buildings. So like a month ago, no, maybe it's probably been like a month and a half, I was just like, I've got to like buckle down and work on these building interiors. So that's been like my main focus, other than like the events and stuff for the past little bit. Never trust reviews, honestly. That's true. It is subjective. Yeah. You read it for like mechanics and stuff and less for like cold hard opinions. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I put less stock in like written reviews and more stock in like people who have similar tastes to me. You know, I'll follow what they say a little bit more. But I've always been more of kind of like a simulation, just more into like simulation and casual gaming. I've never been into like hardcore stuff, you know, like action-packed games. Some story-driven games I can't even really get that much into. I don't know. How does this game work? Because ultimately they might not like a feature of the game. Yeah. I go more off like what peers say than actual like video game review sites for sure. I mean, I love Zelda, so I'm sure if I played it, I would at least enjoy it for that aspect, but I just don't know if that's enough for me to hold, like for it to hold my attention. And since I'm a little strapped for cash these days, it's kind of an easy choice to just kind of hold off and not commit to it, you know? Okay, purple's good. Let's do some red. Yeah, some of these parts were just so messy. Oh, I gotta let that part dry before I retape it. It's gonna be a minute. The song is so bizarre. It's like a droney, crunchy Pink Floyd. Pure X is so bizarre. I love them. My brush is like shedding. It's like, I'm sure y'all can see the part where I hold it, all the paint's chipped off. It's just like back to wood. I'm like someone who even when I was in school, I used to have like a death grip on my pencil. I like squeeze stuff so hard when I'm holding it. I have actually, since I haven't been at work, the callus on my finger has gone down quite a bit. But yeah, I'm a death gripper. I also like press down really hard when I write. No barrel eye tonight. Oh man. Hey, you were at it for a while though. It was a valiant effort. Is barrel eyes the one you can find any time of year, right? Wasn't that the last one that you needed? Was the one that was like a year-round kind of deal? Oh, I gotta get rid of some of these songs. So year-round in the ocean, scarce. I wonder what the odds of scarce are. Oh my god, it just turned 1 a.m. Damn. Damn. Alright, well, probably get to about there in terms of music. I'm hoping I can get, I need to get to like, I think I'll be able to get all this done. Gotta not get sidetracked. Can't get sidetracked. Gonna do red, and then we're gonna do some orange, and then maybe back to green. Maybe orange to like teal. I feel like I didn't do very much teal tonight. I'm impressed that you have the patience to fish for like that many hours straight. I can't take it. Alright, let's do a squiggly. And we'll do some orange. Oh, it was only for an hour today. I mean, that's still a pretty long time. Did you use all your bait? Take it easy, Scorny. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you get some good rest and have a awesome Saturday. out of bait today. I have to buy more. I don't like farming for bait. Takes a long time. Also, the clams are, you only can fit like one per inventory slot, which is kind of a pain. All right, let's do a squiggly there. We're gonna do some green. God, these circles are rough over here. These ones that are like bigger that I did a long time ago, they are like a mess. They're an absolute mess. Can't believe I let it. It's so weird, like looking at this painting now, I'm so like dissatisfied with some of the parts that I did in it that I'm like, I have to fix that. But when I finished it years and years ago, I was like, oh, that's great. My perspective has just shifted. Shit, that's not white at all. That is straight up purple. Like that circle was just rough. But I also didn't have the kind of patience for this that I had then. Or I said that backwards. I didn't have the kind of patience that I now have for it. I had way less patience when I was younger to do this kind of stuff. I would look at it and be like, oh my god, that's gonna take like 30 or 40 hours. I'm out. Now I'm like, okay, I can do it. 3 hours at a time, baby. So I think the next session, I basically just need to do all the little circles in between all these like plants, which probably won't take as much time because it's a lot less surface area that I'm covering there. I'm gonna redefine those plants for sure as well. And redefine these pots and stuff that are like spaced around the figure. I need to like draw them. I need to like define them better and just make sure they pop a little bit more, I think. At least the plants, maybe not the pots, but the pots just look a little too like sketchy. They're like, I don't know, I just don't like them that much. And then I have to figure out something to do with like these little areas, this like patterning that I did by the frame on the wall behind her. Gotta figure something better out with that. I'm thinking like some kind of damask wallpaper pattern that I can just really quickly replicate a few times, make like a repeated pattern type thing over that. And then it'll be basically done. Other than like maybe a session of like cleanups and stuff like that. I also wanted to do something inside these little like egg shapes that I have for these flowers, these bulbs. I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe I should reimagine the flowers in general. I was thinking maybe like blooming flowers, like I could turn these into like, I don't know, I don't want to do like daisies. Or maybe like budding flowers, like they're buds and they're about to like bloom kind of thing. I mean, the easiest thing to do would be to like turn them into tulip kind of things, but they look more like corn stalks than they do anything else. They honestly look like corn, but they're not gonna be corn. So I'm gonna just add lots of little like twigs and flourishes on those. I mean, they're imagined, so they don't have to really follow like a normal, like I'm not doing a scientific representation of a plant or anything like that. Definitely did a lot of progress. I feel like that too. I feel like tonight was pretty good. Got this whole top strip basically done. Feels good. Sometimes I think it's a good thing to just like take a couple days between sessions sometimes. I mean, it's not great for like productivity, but it does help me. Like I get a couple sessions when I'm sitting here at my computer just like browsing the internet. I'll just like, you know, you get into a daze and you'll stare off for a little bit. And I usually stare into the painting, and then sometimes ideas hit me. And then I just jot it down or something. Try to jot it down. I'm getting better about it. Anyway, I'm thinking tomorrow night's probably going to be Zelda. I'm going to do some more Minish Cap tomorrow night. Alex, just so you know. Minish Cap is happening tomorrow. Because I didn't play it like all week. So I thought about doing it tonight, but then I was like, well, I've neglected painting more than Minish Cap, so I'm going to go with painting. But it was on my mind. Now it's finding a kind of easy to implement damask pattern for this wallpaper. Like a classical design. Oop. The water was about to drip right onto the painting and be a disaster. Alright, I'm gonna phase into some teal. Let's make this one a 2-dash, like a pig snout. Bring in some red over here. Just gonna start getting a little more off with the colors here. Go all over the place this last little bit. Ooh, more water. Oh, this red just spreads so good. Only have to get through tomorrow. You'll be off for 3 days? Hell yeah. Gotta work Saturday. That's good though. 3 days is a godsend in retail. 3 days in a row. A rarity that must be treasured. Truly must be treasured. The best news. All right, I'm gonna do a little more orange in the top area. Then I think I need to do more down here. I think I'll be able to get to that. Oh, my iTunes froze. iTunes, man, it's not iTunes anymore. The music app, they've like consistently made iTunes, the music app, whatever you want to call it, worse and worse every single update since like, God, what was like Snow Leopard? It's just gotten worse and worse. I've debated switching to Spotify so many times, but I would have to like, that would be such a huge project to like port my whole music library over to that. Also, my husband pays for Apple Music, so I kind of have that to my benefit. So it's kind of hard to truly get rid of it. But it's a pain in the ass these days to use. No, it's just it's so bloated these days. Like it's not that it pauses the music, but it gets a little like bogged down navigating it. And just the user interface has consistently gotten worse and worse, like harder to navigate. It relies a lot more on like an Apple Music subscription than like curating your own personal music library, which is what it used to be about, you know, back in the iPod days. So it's like it's just shifted. And I don't mind Apple Music, like as a platform, Apple Music is okay. It's really, I don't think it's that much different than Spotify. But I just get frustrated by the user interface. And the fact that one of the biggest things that annoys me is I can't have a playlist that's in the cloud, like available on all my devices, if I have a local file on like one system. So like all the music in my playlists now has to essentially be from Apple Music, you know, it has to be like available via Apple Music and not like a local file that I have. And sometimes when I want to put like an obscure, like something I downloaded specifically onto a playlist, if it's not available on Apple Music, I kind of can't, you know, because it won't play. And the only device it'll play on is the one I use the least often, which is my desktop computer. So it's just a pain. I think I did a free trial of Spotify way back in the day, and I did like it a lot, but we are basically our entire household is Apple devices. We got like Apple TV. I have an Apple computer. We got iPhones. So if I switched to Spotify, it wouldn't, I wouldn't be able to like necessarily be able to use it on like the TV and the sound bar. So it's not like Apple's gonna play nice with other platforms. They never fucking do. They're assholes. Ah, big water drop. Damn it. Didn't even see that one coming. Like one of the main selling factors of Apple was how seamlessly like the user interface was seamless. The transition from like one device to the other was seamless, but they've just slowly eroded at that like benefit over the past couple years. And now it doesn't even seem like, like I could access my husband's movie and TV show library on my computer without having to sign into his Apple ID. Now I can't do that. So I'd have to like sign out of my ID, not be able to use it for a certain period of time to download the files I want to watch, but then I'll just watch it on the Apple TV, which is logged into his account. So they've just slowly like fucked over what was, I thought, the biggest selling point of their brand, which was the seamless use and transition of like moving files or viewing files and all that. It's just gotten worse and worse. Like, you used to be able to I could go into iTunes and like choose my husband's profile, and then just like I'd have access to all of his TV shows and stuff, and then I wouldn't even have to log in. I could just like stream it, watch it, whatever. But now I would have to like log out of mine, log into his, download the files, and then log back into my account. I think I'm gonna get this little section done all the way up to this squiggle. Do like this little U shape. Call it a night. Oh, it's already 1:30. Okay, yeah. I think I can get that done pretty quick. I'm gonna keep going just a bit longer. Not a lot. Like I'm near that stopping point, but I just want to push a little bit further. Hope you're enjoying Minish Cap. Yeah. I don't know how much of the like extra bits I did during my original playthrough. I haven't really played it since the first session. I can't remember how many dungeons it has, but I got through 2 dungeons, I felt like, pretty quickly, honestly. Like, it felt like it moved along relatively quick. But I'm pretty sure there's gotta be more than just the original 4 dungeons, right? I do like the whole kinstone thing. I had completely forgotten about, like, finding the kinstones and matching them to all the people and stuff like that. It's such a, it's a really deep, like, Game Boy game, for sure. It's, like, kind of staggering how much content they crammed into it for what it is. I gotta explore the world a little more. That's one of the big bonuses of like those old school Zelda games, is stumbling across like a abominable wall, or, you know, a hidden cave where you just found something that like feels like you're the first person to ever find it. That's one of the charming things about this series, I feel like. 6 dungeons and a mini dungeon. That's a good amount. You know, if you had never told me about the color dungeon in Link's Awakening, I would have never figured that one out. I would have just obliviously went about the game and never found that. And that was a cute, that was a cool one. I liked that one. Link's Awakening was great. That's why I'm like, I mean, I know I've already played Minish Cap, so I know it's going to be deeper than because Link's Awakening was so much deeper than I ever anticipated it would be. I knew it was a lot of people's like favorite Zelda game, but I never really gave it a fair chance until the remake. And then I started the remake and never quite got far enough to give it that true chance. I think I got through like the first 2 dungeons before I put it down. But it was just a joy. I like taking these, like, I like spacing the Zelda stuff out too, because there's like a limited amount of it, you know? And since I'm so much more into Animal Crossing, it's like a nice thing to fall back on every once in a while. But yeah, that color dungeon is easy to miss for sure. Say my favorite dungeon in Link's Awakening was probably the one with the bird boss, the tower. It wasn't quite as confusing as the one I did before it. The one I did before it, not being able to find that key with that room of like terracotta tiles, drove me a little crazy. So the other one felt somehow more straightforward and just not quite as like intense. Eagle's Tower, yeah, it's a good one. Honestly, kind of one of the more shocking things about that game was like I was expecting the inside of the egg to be like a full-fledged dungeon. And the fact that it was just kind of like a Lost Woods scenario, I was like, oh damn. I was expecting to walk in there and have to do like a whole other dungeon and stuff. So it kind of took me by surprise that it ended. It kind of felt like it ended abruptly. I didn't know that like the Turtle Rock-esque dungeon was going to be the last one. So it kind of threw me a little bit. I think I'm painting over areas that my head is covering. I believe so. Hold on. Whoops. Oh god, there's red in there. Alright, this white is just like basically purple. I can't use it. I'm just getting sloppy. I need to wrap up. A lot of water droplets happening. Oh my god. What am I doing? White. I need actual clean white. About to take off. Good night, Alex. Get you some good rest. I hope your day at work tomorrow goes by pretty quickly and smoothly. And just remember, light at the end of the tunnel. 3 days off. It's a big deal. Oh. I need just like a smidge more white paint. It's just not, what I have is not cutting it. Some fresh white paint, please. Come out. There we go. A little more than I needed, but it's okay. Okay. Getting to the last stretch. Last stretch. I don't know if I ever said this in chat, but you know, this figure here, I actually used myself as a reference for that pose in the figure, and then I turned myself into a woman. So I had to use myself as a body reference. Do some dark blue. I feel like I haven't done any dark blue. I haven't, because the dark blue was just so chunky. The paint didn't stay thin like the other stuff. It kind of congealed a bit. Harder to use tonight. Oh, we got a stray, an errant hair in the bristles. Alright, just a little bit of purple to finish this little section. And I am done.
And she's turning off the lights, and she's inside every crack. She's the only thing inside. She's the only one I see, and she's flying through the air. She's the dust upon the sun.
Hey, Kirsty, thank you.
She's everywhere.
Yeah, I feel like I did a good amount tonight. I feel like I was very productive, so I feel like I'm leaving this one at a good spot. So I'll have an easier time picking it back up again. Gonna do some moderate cleanups.
Breaking up the line.
Thank you. I hope your D&D's been going really well.
She's the trailer for a film. She's the curtain at the end. She's the sound of your own voice. She's someone else's drink. She's like living in the countryside. She's the whirlpool in the sink.
Whoop. Fuck. The water. It's been my biggest enemy tonight. Alright. I'm gonna stop it there. Let this song play, let the next song play. And that's gonna be it for me. Kirsty, thank you for hanging out. Alex, thank you for hanging out. Scorny, I know you went to bed. Thank you. Basley, if you're lurking out there, thank you as well. Jades, thank you. Jazz Redaddle, thank you for the raid. And Las Bonita and Banana Bee, thank you for the follows. I will be back tomorrow night to play some Minish Cap. I hope y'all enjoyed the painting and the chill vibes. I hope to see you back another time. Oh, I flashed in. Bye. I'll see y'all later. Take it easy. Sleep tight. Sweet dreams. And so long. No worries, Kirsty. Yeah. No worries. Lurkin's all good. Lurkin's a good thing. Mwah. Good night, sleep tight, and sweet dreams. I'm gonna look for somebody to raid. So let's see who's on. Let's see who's hanging around. Who's on Twitch at 2 in the morning? We're gonna see. Oh, Hostage is still on. He's probably gonna wrap up soon. Or you know what? I think we'll do... I did Hostage last week when he was playing Portal. I'm gonna send y'all over to Gator Stumps. He's on the same Minecraft server as Hostage. They're kind of teaming up. So I'm gonna send y'all over to Gator Stumps. Gator Stumps was someone I played Among Us with a couple weeks back, and he did a charity stream and raised like $500 for Extra Life. So I'm gonna send y'all over there. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night and your Saturday. Sweet dreams so long, and I'll see you later. Oh my god, it's just playing whatever it wants now. Oh well. All right. Mwah. Good night. Good night, Kirsty. Thank you for the love. All right, I'm gonna do a shout out for Gator, and then I'm just gonna do a raid. Gator Stumps playing Minecraft. All right, y'all. Sweet dreams.